This video was a training film produced by British Columbia Ambulance Service and Crestline, the manufacturers of this series of ambulance.
Welcome to the 21st century in ambulance design. British Columbia Ambulance Service Fleet Operations and Crestline Coach bring you the future today with the introduction of the New Era XC midsize Type 3 aerodynamic ambulance. An exhaustive 2-year university research project is the basis for your new ambulance that features the latest in innovative construction techniques and materials. A rigorous testing schedule ensures that emergency personnel and patients alike can interact in the safest environment possible. Given the many unique design features present in the New Era XC, this video has been developed by British Columbia Ambulance Service and Crestline to educate both the paramedic and maintenance personnel. However, for greater detail, we strongly suggest that all users read and thoroughly understand the comprehensive vehicle manuals supplied by both Crestline and the original equipment manufacturer for the chassis. This will help ensure the safe operation of this new ambulance. This video and the accompanying vehicle manuals will introduce you to many maintenance and repair tips. However, these should be thought of as a general guideline only and are not intended to supersede any preventative maintenance or vehicle servicing programs already established for your ambulance service. Let's get started. This video has been sectioned according to the following format. Section 1, Exterior Introduction. Section 2, Interior Introduction. Section 3, General Maintenance and Repair Tips. Section 4, Electrical System Orientation and Maintenance. And Section 5, Service and Warranty Claim Procedures. The most striking feature of your new ambulance is the curvature of the leading edges of the modular box. Wind tunnel testing at the University of Saskatchewan, coupled with road travel on thousands of kilometers of varying road surfaces, have verified the aerodynamic benefits gained by using such a profile. These benefits include greater stability in crosswinds and at high speeds, as well as increased fuel economy. Exterior lighting includes the lighting required by Canadian motor vehicle safety standards and a full complement of emergency lighting that provides full 360-degree visibility and includes forewarn lights, intersection lights, wigwag headlights, forward-facing light bar, upper side warning lights, upper rear warning lights, and additionally non-emergency lights, including driving lights, dual-purpose rear scene backup lights, and finally side scene lights, with the front light being a spotlight and the rear light being a floodlight. Control of these lights will be explained later when the driver console functions are detailed in the interior introduction. The side and rear entry-exit doors are designed to be opened and closed with minimal effort. If the doors are to be opened for extended periods, you may consider turning off the interior lights by pulling out this override switch. This is particularly considerate when a stable patient has been loaded into the ambulance and isn't immediately being transported. Also, there's an override switch for the rear scene backup lights. Once again, if the doors are to be opened for an extended period, turn these lights off. Since the opened doors obstruct the rear vehicle running lights, make sure your emergency lights are operating for visibility when required. In the event that the rear door grabber becomes inoperative or ineffective due to wind or road angle, use the installed safety tarp straps to secure the door in the open position. The exterior of your ambulance features 2 compartments. The side compartment, or electrical control center, is the primary location for all installed electrical components relating to the ambulance conversion. Please note that when this door is open, it is not to be left unattended at any time, as it may create a safety hazard to passing traffic. The lower section houses the 2 deep cycle ambulance conversion batteries. Note the location of the 5-pound fire extinguisher and tire changing equipment, and silent witness tachograph. The electrical components in this compartment will be covered in detail during the electrical orientation section of this video. No additional equipment should be placed in this cabinet, as this can create an extreme danger and safety hazard with the exposed electrical connections. The rear compartment on the left side of the modular is designated for long equipment storage, such as backboards, stretchers, etc. The unique clamshell door provides maximum access to the equipment that can be stored here. There's sufficient room for the storage of 2 backboards, complete with belts, a clamshell stretcher, portable stretcher, ropes, sandbags, and other miscellaneous equipment. Finally, on the exterior of the vehicle, you'll find the patient compartment air intake and exhaust vents, 110-volt AC shoreline, conveniently located entry assist handles, and finally, the standard complement of all-weather running boards and rear step bumper. This portion of the video is primarily intended for emergency personnel. However, it should also be of interest to maintenance technicians, as some of the items described will require occasional servicing. Let's start in the cab area of your ambulance. The driver console is the control center of your ambulance. At your fingertips is complete control of all emergency and electrical functions installed on your ambulance. It is very important that each function be thoroughly understood. From left to right, you'll find the following switches. Ambulance Connect. Activating this switch provides power to all ambulance conversion circuits. Unless noted otherwise, if this switch is not on, none of the other switches will work. Strobe. This switch controls the exterior-mounted strobe lights. Up is high intensity and should be used during the day. Down is for low-intensity use during the evening, or when you're stopped and do not want to blind oncoming vehicles. Flashers. This switch turns on all exterior-mounted flashing lights, except for the strobe lights. Light bar controls the forward-mounted light bar. Wigwag controls the wigwag headlight feature. This should be turned off when the ambulance is positioned in a manner that may blind oncoming traffic. Left scene controls the left side scene spotlights. Rear scene provides independent control for the rear-mounted scene backup lights. This circuit is live all the time and does not need the Ambulance Connect switch on. Right scene controls the right side scene spotlights. Rear temp. This switch will turn on the rear heater, thereby limiting travel to the rear of the ambulance while responding to a call. Backup. By turning this switch on, the backup alarm will be momentarily disabled. This feature allows you to back the ambulance up without the alarm sounding, as would be the practice in a hospital quiet zone. You'll have approximately 30 seconds, during which the gear shift can be moved in and out of reverse. After 30 seconds, the backup alarm will reset. Anti-theft. Activating this switch allows you to remove the keys from the ignition and walk away from the running vehicle. If someone tries to drive away with the ambulance, it will not shift out of park. Exterior lights. Control of the exterior-mounted driving lights is possible with this switch, only if the headlights are on high beam. Interior lights. Need to turn on the patient compartment lights? Use this switch. Spare. This switch has been provided for future additions to your ambulance. Refer to the Crestline Owner's Manual for electrical schematics. Sure Start. On occasion, the Ford chassis batteries are allowed to run low on charge as a result of leaving the emergency lights on or a cold start draining the batteries. In the event the Ford chassis batteries are dead or low on charge, activating this momentary contact switch ties the conversion batteries into the starting circuit. Only use this switch for emergency starting of the ambulance. Once the vehicle is started, release the switch. If this light is flashing, there is a door that is not fully closed somewhere on the ambulance. This is the SVP siren module. Please refer to the OEM section of your vehicle manual for details. The amp gauge indicates the rate of charge or discharge of the ambulance batteries. The voltmeter registers the voltage of the conversion batteries. The factory-supplied auto throttle is located here. Use the auto throttle anytime the vehicle is parked and ambulance-related accessories are turned on. As soon as the ambulance ignition is turned on, the auto throttle is powered. If the auto throttle is not powered, simply push the power button. High idle is achieved by pushing the Charge Protect button. Remember, the ambulance must be in park and the parking brake must be set. You must use the factory-supplied auto throttle to maintain the operation of emergency and non-emergency functions. Failure to use the auto throttle will result in automatic shutdown of the emergency equipment. We'll mention at this point that if ambulance functions are on and you shut the ambulance off, but leave the ambulance connect switch on, the ambulance functions will automatically shut off. The exception to this are the rear scene lights, left interior lights, incubator plug, suction, and VHF radio. This is the map light. Turn it on low with a single click and to high with another click by rotating the top of the light housing. This plug has been provided for your spotlight. Finally, your radio is mounted in this location. The radio power terminal is found inside the main console. Switched power, unswitched power, and ground connections are clearly labeled. Other equipment in the cab area includes the flare container and the interior fire extinguisher located behind the driver's seat. The clipboard, form holder, and map holder are located behind the passenger seat. You should store the Crestline supplied vehicle manual in this location. The final item to mention in the cab is the design of the ultra-recessed bulkhead. This design provides more room for seat recline than any other ambulance in the industry today, having at least 5 more inches of depth. This translates to safety and comfort, and, if approved, can be used for additional storage. Now, let's move on to the patient compartment. On the left side is the standard cabinet configuration. Note the location of the assist strap, the medical equipment rail for IV pumps, and the overhead grab bar. The cabinets are intended to carry medical equipment such as medication, IV equipment, and first aid supplies. However, if it is necessary to store heavy equipment in the cabinets, ensure that the heaviest items are in the bottom of the cabinet. This is the Medical Control Center, or MCC. Located in this area are the oxygen outlets and suction unit. Refer to your Crestline supplied manual for details concerning its operation and maintenance. The thermostat, which controls the activation of the fan of the currently selected air conditioning or heater unit. Refer to your Crestline manual for additional details. A reading light. And finally, the attendant console. The switches on your console include a high-low switch for the left and right cot lights, the suction switch, a high-low switch for the heater fan, air conditioning fan, air exhaust, and air intake fans, the reading light on-off switch, and a spare switch for future additions, the patient compartment speaker volume switch, and finally the cigarette lighter style 12-volt DC outlet and incubator plug. On the right side of the patient compartment is the squad bench. This ergonomically designed bench with lumbar support will comfortably seat 3 people, and each position has a seat belt. The seat belt should be used unless you're attending to a patient. Storage below includes a nitrous oxide holder and is the designated location for the 110-volt AC and hot water heaters. Note the notch in the squad bench for the nitrous oxide. This allows administration of the nitrous oxide with the bottle secured in its holder inside the squad bench. The temperature setting on the 110-volt heater has been preset at the factory. Should you wish to reset the temperature, the adjustment knob is found in the map pockets behind the passenger's seat in the cab. To load the portable stretcher on the bench, we suggest the following procedure. Bring the portable stretcher into the ambulance mounted on the main cot. Unhook the safety net. Lift the portable off the main cot. Shuffle sideways and lower the stretcher onto the post and wheel cup holders. Remember to keep your back as straight as possible and observe good lifting techniques at all times. Secure the portable stretcher. The belts should be looped through the portable stretcher and over the patient. Reconnect the safety net. When not in use, the portable securement belts must be clipped to the front of the bench to prevent accidental opening of the squad lid in case of an accident. At the front of the patient compartment is the oxygen tank storage compartment. This bracket can accommodate the various M tank sizes in use today. At the left front of the patient compartment is the bulk storage compartment. If necessary, this compartment is large enough to store an additional portable stretcher and other equipment. At the rear of the ambulance is the kit storage area. Items that should be stored here could include the portable suction unit and the jump kit. Remember, in the event of a vehicular accident, it's important that the portable suction and jump kits be secured with the supplied nets to prevent unintentional injury as a result of flying equipment. Note the 110-volt AC duplex outlet located in the kit tree for the portable suction unit. This outlet is live only if the exterior shoreline is plugged in. Additional interior appointments include a rear-facing bucket seat complete with seat belt, armrest, slide track, and swivel feature, the powered air exhaust and air intake vents that provide a change of air in the patient compartment every 4 minutes, patient compartment speaker wired to the OEM radio, air conditioning unit, designated location on the front wall for the AED, a storage spot on the side door for a stair chair, portable oxygen storage, overhead grab rail, IV holders, assist straps, and finally brackets for hanging a portable stretcher. In the event you're required to use the portable stretcher hanging system, the wall-mounted J-hooks are accessible by simply removing the headrest. This is accomplished by pulling the bottom of the headrest away from the wall and then pushing upwards. This section is intended to give you the information required to perform basic maintenance and servicing for the predominant conversion components. The exterior. The side and rear entry-exit doors and all compartment doors have been designed and tested in accordance to accepted industry standards and will provide years of trouble-free service. Service on the doors will be performed by maintenance personnel during preventative maintenance inspections. The spare tire is located in an under-chassis tire carrier at the rear of the unit between the frame rails. To remove this tire, consult your Ford owner's manual, as this is the same carrier provided by Ford for its van chassis. As noted earlier, the tire changing equipment is stored in the exterior electrical control center compartment. If you need to jack up the New Era XC, see the chassis owner's manual instruction sheet. Crestline suggests that when jacking up the rear of the unit, the jack be situated in such a way that the jack handle is at the side of the unit rather than the rear. Following this procedure will ensure that you are not under the ambulance during the jacking procedure. For towing procedures, your chassis owner's manual contains explicit information, and the recommendations should be followed to prevent unintentional damage. For general cleaning of the interior, please use a mild soap solution diluted in warm water. For removing stubborn scuff marks on the flooring, use a soft eraser. Note, do not apply floor wax to the Ultro flooring or use abrasives such as SOS pads or wax stripper. Each cabinet has been provided with 3 adjustable shelves that can be easily moved to maximize equipment storage. As mentioned previously, the main oxygen bracket has been designed to accommodate a variety of M tank sizes and can be adjusted to the right tank size simply by moving the top bracket. To remove and replace a tank, follow protocol to disconnect the oxygen lines. Raise the top bracket so it clears the tank. 2 people should carefully lift the tank out of the compartment. To replace the tank, 2 people should install the tank into the bracket. Put the top bracket over the tank as shown and press downwards firmly so the top bracket fits snugly on the neck of the tank. Then tighten the wing nuts securely. To access the air conditioner, remove upholstery situated around the air conditioner. The complete AC unit can be removed for servicing. Remember, only certified technicians should disconnect AC lines. To access the rear hot water heater, open the squad lid. Remove the black cover. You now have complete access to the heater. To ensure long life and safety, your new ambulance must be maintained as per the BC Ambulance Fleet Operations Preventative Maintenance Program. The electrical system is, without question, the most important operational aspect of your new ambulance. A complete understanding of this system and proper maintenance will ensure durability and reliability. Your Crestline supplied owner's manual contains a complete set of wire codes, breaker codes, wiring schematics, and other relevant information important to troubleshooting the electrical system. Please review this information carefully. For items not specifically manufactured by Crestline, consult your chassis owner's manual or the OEM literature section of the Crestline owner's manual for instructions concerning care, use, and maintenance. The heart of the electrical and charging system is the alternator. The service center will check the alternator belts each time the ambulance is serviced. In the case of a Ford RV with a diesel engine, one battery is located under the hood, while the other is mounted on the right side of the rear vehicle frame. Refer to your chassis manuals for instructions regarding the care of these batteries. The installed ambulance conversion batteries are located in the lower portion of the electrical control center and should be checked during the A service. Whenever the ambulance conversion batteries are inspected, the door seals should be inspected for gaps and/or breakage. This is the electrical control center, and it contains a number of items that may at some point require servicing. Do not store any items in the ECC over and above the supplied equipment unless you have written authorization from the fleet manager. Incorrectly stored equipment could cause a short circuit and/or fire. You'll find the following major components mounted in the ECC: main connectors, MCC connectors, console connectors, under chassis connectors, delay relay, general relays, ground strip, flasher, breaker block, power disconnect switch, mega fuse, boost solenoids, intake and exhaust resistors, life support system breaker block, general fuse block, life support system solenoid, strobe pack. The isolator, used to electrically isolate the chassis batteries from the conversion batteries. The suction pump. The silent witness tachograph. And finally, the 110-volt breaker box. When troubleshooting the electrical system, you may need to access certain wire harnesses in the interior of the ambulance. The main wire harness is above the main cabinets and can be accessed simply by removing the upper cabinet valance. The wires behind the attendant console can be accessed by removing the console faceplate. Occasionally, complete removal of the medical control center panel may be required. Your new ambulance has been designed to provide you trouble-free service. On occasion, however, you will need to submit a warranty claim. All warranty claims are to initially be directed to BCAS Fleet Operations. When contacting Fleet Operations, the following information will be required: an itemized list of any work or repairs required, including a dollar estimate, who was contacted about the repairs and their phone number, the date on which the problem occurred, the mileage of the ambulance, the chassis serial number found on the lower left corner of the front dash, and finally, the unit number assigned to your ambulance by the fleet operations. This concludes our short tour of your new ambulance. We trust the New Era XC will serve you well and provide you with a safe and comfortable environment as you perform your emergency patient care. If you have any questions about any features or systems in your new ambulance, please contact BCAS Fleet Operations.